It wide. Held in momentarily by the Tigers. To the opposite side as Adam Mitchell will chase after it. Mitchell, the big hit. Fans liking that out in front. Lynch buries it! 1-1. Ben Lynch the goal, and you credit the big hit by number 19, Adam Mitchell.
No doubt. Mitchell set that whole thing up. Mitchell using that size and that frame, 6'3", 215 with the punishing hit. And Ben Lynch, one of those players that Wayne Wilson is counted on. Look at Mitchell, not only the big hit, able to get the puck with one hand on the stick and able to center it to Ben Lynch. And talking with Wayne this week, he said, listen, Lynch had a disappointing year last year. We're expecting bigger and better things.
Oh, goodness. They got to come up with a better one than that. So.
Wow. You look pretty good, my man. You kidding me?
How they come up with that? Ben Lynch with the goal. 1-1 is our score.
That was a big-time play by Adam Mitchell.
Welcome back to the Blue Cross Arena in downtown Rochester, New York. After two, the RIT Tigers down to Penn State 2-1. Happy to be joined by the president of the Rochester Institute of Technology, Bill Dessler, joining us. And you're a big RIT fan tonight. We had a picture of you earlier, Dr. Dessler, where you were sitting on the ledge tonight. You didn't even have a seat. It's hard to find a seat here tonight with a 10,000 plus in attendance.
That's exactly right. In fact, for a while I couldn't find a seat, but then I threw some people out of our box and eventually found a seat for myself.
You are a passionate hockey fan.
Oh, I'm a fan of all RIT athletics, but I love hockey.
And just, you know, your thoughts on, it seems like a few years ago you just announced you're going Division I.
Right.
Then this team goes Frozen Four. Now you break ground on a brand new facility.
Yeah, it's one of the great days, Greeks and American in RIT history. I really think it's a wonderful, wonderful event. And the groundbreaking itself was actually about as energetic as this game is out here. And it was a real pep rally, you know, sort of one of the first we've had at RIT, I think. It was really exciting.
Well, and the Tiger Power Play campaign is success, but you look at a big picture. I mean, this is great for RIT, but how does this put RIT now with the Rochester community and what this facility will mean for Rochester, New York?
I think it's going to be a tremendous facility for the whole region, actually. You know, we clearly cannot accommodate all the people from the region, not just our own students and fans, who want to come see RIT hockey. So we need a bigger arena. We're going to double the size of Ritter, and I think we'll sell that out a lot, too. So I think it's going to be a tremendous asset to the community.
Timeout here on the ice as the Nittany Lions, talking with head coach Guy Godowski. We'll be with you from the Ritter on Thursday night of this week. Robert Morse coming to town, the Colonials, and our pregame coverage will begin at 7 o'clock Thursday night. RIT, Robert Morse, just the one game. Not sure if I like that, John, the one game, and then you go down to Pittsburgh for two later.
I know Wayne is not a fan of that, neither am I. One game doesn't make any sense. The schedule's got to be a little bit better than that. A little bit more, a Thursday night, one game. I guess if you're RIT, it's nice you don't have to travel. Tough for the Colonials to make the trip from Pittsburgh. Whatever that is, 4 or 5 hour trip. 79 to 90.
Must-see TV Thursday nights here. 10:26 in the Rochester area. Gene Battaglia, along with John DiTullio, Mark Vergali, our director, Kristen Clark is our sideline reporter tonight. Glad you're with us here tonight on RIT Sports Zone Live.
If you're gonna make a trip 4 or 5 hours, I want 2 games. It's not like you're going to Buffalo and play. If you're traveling to Canisius, Niagara, that's fun. 4 or 5 hours, you know, I want a hotel. I want 2 nights.
How about when you go out to Air Force later in the year, you're going for one. Get on a plane for one.
That makes, well, safe to say. I don't see the logic in it, Gino, but hey.
Dakota, the good back check there by Brooks. It's Dakota's shot. Didn't have much behind it. Another icing call. Maybe, just maybe, this Penn State team starting to get a little fatigued here in the third, playing back-to-back. And again, of course, they are a young team. Visit RITSC.com and click on the Hockey Central button as you'll see highlights from years past, including the Frozen Four year. Relive some of those great memories. Got some time to kill at work or at home? Well, just check it out. RITSC.com. Click on Hockey Central.
Yeah,
Tigers.
Only 3 seniors, excuse me, Gino, 3 seniors suited up tonight for Penn State.
Skarbowski mixing it up and has his stick being held there. Look at this little gamesmanship. Is Glenn not letting it go? Now the official timeout, trying to let cooler heads prevail. 2-1. Penn State leading. We're in the third. This is RIT Sports Online. Sweet Caroline being played here tonight at the Blue Cross Arena. Penn State leading 2-1.
And that's a good tune. I'm glad they're playing it. That's just a fixture. It's a staple. It's a good tune, Gino.
Where did that start? Fenway, I think it was?
I think so.
Yeah, who gets credit for that?
I know in Buffalo they play, I think a lot of arenas, but certainly the Red Sox and for the Sabre games are huge. That song's big.
Penn State bringing it in. This is Giannis. Over to the far side is Loic, one of the goal scorers tonight. We'll leave it there for number 13, Brooks. So the TV timeout probably beneficial to Penn State as they a few ices go back to back. They've already used their timeout here as Garbowski will leave it back. Deflected over to the far side. Here's Garbowski. Garbowski, quick shot, and that time Musico looked behind him. It went wide. Side of the net goes right behind the net. The poking attempt there by McGowan. McGowan sends it out in front. Garbowski just goes wide. I believe Yuha got a skate on it. Yuha behind the net overskates the puck. Now the fans starting to get into it, John. Penn State turning it over in their end. They'll have to retreat. Smith gets held up the blue line, and they'll say offside.
A little more energy. The crowd getting into it. Crowd's been kind of silent here for a lot of this period. Tigers haven't given much to cheer about.
Noyes will bring it in. Feet a little too strong for Smith, and now Penn State a potential 2-on-1 as Miley shot and the rebound goes wide. The blocker pad save made and a penalty coming up, and it's going to go against RIT. Second time tonight Penn State will be on the power play.
When Miley got free, they had a 2-on-1. And when he get back, and Kurt Chebel's left all alone on the backside for it would have been an easy rebound.
And there that call,
it's somewhat of a ticky-tack call.
I don't know if even Noyes really pushed him, as the Penn State player, Johnson, just looked like he was losing his skates at the end of that. Tigers, and it goes in on the power play. That's Max Gardner, 3-1 Nittany Lions looking for the upset.
Wow, just like that. Just when the momentum you felt was kind of shifting here towards RIT, they get the penalty. First of all, they get a breakaway, or 2-on-1, and now you get the power play.
Yeah, it does go initially off a player, and then Gardner gets the rebound, puts it right back in.